It's Tony Curl here from Leadership, Life and Style, and I'm here to talk to you about a group coaching program that I run called Pathway to Success. But before I do that, I'm going to share a bit of a story. I'm in the middle of a mastermind group going through the Think and Grow Rich book by Napoleon Hill, and it's a very thought-provoking, very intense sort of an environment to be in. And one of the exercises that we were asked to do was to go through and do a learning timeline of our life up until now, I guess, and to block in times where we were doing things and being successful, and to try and determine why you were ultimately successful at certain times within your life. And it's really a very challenging process, and I'd encourage you to do that. So we looked at things like who were you with, what was the environment like, how were you feeling, what was your love like. I'm hoping you get the picture. But what I learned during that is that there were times in my life where, and I'll give you an example, I used to surf when I was younger. Well, I still surf today, but nowhere near to the level that I used to when I was younger. But there was a group of grommets that I used to hang around with when I lived at Maroochydore. And every day we'd surf together. I mean, it was just a given. We'd be out in the water. And we were always trying to get better because we wanted to be better than the other guys. So even though we were mates, we challenged ourselves to get better and better. And we were happy when other people got better because it made us focus on what we needed to do a little bit better as well. So it was a real motivating environment because we were challenging each other. When I was most successful in my football career in playing rugby league was when I was playing with a group of mates and we respected each other. So it wasn't just going out there and playing. You were in there with your mates and you were giving it all, and you didn't want to let your mate down. When I took on a career and I moved into the corporate leadership world, you struggle through on your own a lot of the times, and unfortunately, every now and again, the environment's not necessarily there for you to ultimately be successful. But when I was my most successful was when I had a team around me that complemented me, and once again there was that accountability process where I wanted to make the best decisions for the team because I knew that the team were doing their best for me. So by looking back at my timeline and looking at when I was successful, one of the things that became very apparent, and hopefully it's apparent to you now, is that I needed people with me. I was at my most successful when I had people with me that challenged me, that motivated me, that loved me unconditionally, that wanted to see me succeed. I was probably at my worst when I was dealing with things like office politics and or others within my team were dealing with politics, and it became a little bit of a I win, you lose situation. So when I was most successful was when it was really open. There was a lot of open respect and rapport. But we're in there to win together, because if we won together, we'd win individually. So that was what came out of my going through that exercise with the Think and Grow Rich program. So which brings me back to my group coaching called Pathways to Success. So I would ask you to go through and think about when you were most successful. So when you were most successful in your sporting days, when you were most successful from a career perspective, when did your business really start to get that kick along, and start to pinpoint the avenues and the reasons behind that success. Now you need to be able to do that honestly, and please don't delude yourself, and really think about the reasons why. Because if you're like me and you like and can acknowledge, first of all, you like people and can acknowledge that you've been most successful when you've been with people who've had that environment for you. Pathways to Success is basically the program that you probably want to link in with. So I'll give you a little bit of conversation about what the program is. We're going to meet 12 times a year. So it's an ongoing program, but we're going to meet monthly. And within that 2-hour window, there's going to be a teaching component and that'll depend on a number of things, that teaching component. The first 3-month program starting from July is set in stone, but then I want it to be flexible based on the needs of the group. So if there's a particular pressing need that you want to be taught the latest and greatest out of the leadership world, I'm more than happy to do that. Now, as well as the teaching component in the 2-hour meeting, there'll be an action planning segment. And as part of that action planning segment, there'll be some accountability partners and some accountability process. So if you set some actions, the group is going to help keep you accountable for those actions. So in a nutshell, that's it. It's going to be invigorating, it's going to be stimulating. You'll get 2 360-degree leadership assessments, one at the beginning and one at the end. And what I want you to know and understand about a leadership assessment is that I want you to think about that as what impact has this learning more about leadership had on my business? Because, you know, it's hard to get a return on investment. It's hard to put a quantifiable figure on how much better you get. But let's look at the positive impact on your business. Has your team got better? Have they got more engaged? Have you created better results? Have you got better? What is the positive impact on your business from doing group coaching or the Pathways to Success program? You'll also grab 2 John Maxwell programs. So that may be a day workshop that I hold during the course of the year, or it may be a DVD package, whichever suits you. I know that my day workshops don't always suit people in time and place, but at the end of the day, going to a day workshop, once again, there's always that action planning process. But ultimately, that choice will be up to yourself. So 2 leadership assessments, 2 Maxwell programs. There's 12 sessions during the course of the year. There's phone, there's email contact. We'll create a Facebook group so you will be able to communicate with some level of confidence and privacy. Now, the best thing about it is that it's agenda-free, it's honest, it's transparent. So it allows you to be genuinely vulnerable about what you want to learn and where you want to go. And within the group concept, there's no judgment. So it is really an environment geared for your learning. So I hope you take me up on this offer. It's the group coaching program. You sign up for a 12-month commitment, and if you want to pay annually, that's your best bet, because when you pay annually, it's $300 a month, and that's an awesome investment. So if you're going to pay annually, it's an upfront payment of $3,600. You can pay quarterly if you wish, and it'll be $1,000 a quarter. But either way, I know that you're going to get enormous benefit out of the Pathways to Success program. If you've got any comments, or if you want to talk to me about it some more, give me a ring on 0417 197 149. Or contact me via the website at leadershiplifeandstyle.com.au. Pathways to Success, group coaching. Do the thinking timeline. When were you most successful in your life? Give me a ring. Hope to be talking to you. Hope to add value to you. And we'll catch up again real soon. Thanks.